Coming up on Newsbreak, we'll take you behind the scenes of the Crimson Knight Haunted Hallway.
First up, I'm going to tell you what the University of Utah Quidditch team really thinks of Harry Potter.
If you haven't figured out your Halloween costume yet, chances are you're scrambling. A simple solution coming up.
There are some new developments happening here on campus.
You got a second? Somebody wants to
Breaking news here to you. Coming up next on Newsbreak.
Good evening, I'm Lorna Balfour.
And I'm Ashley Boren. You're watching Newsbreak. The University of Utah Quidditch team is fed up with the stereotype that they're all Harry Potter fans. Brooke Bateman spoke to the team about the misconception.
The sport of Quidditch originated from the worldwide best-selling series, Harry Potter. The Utah Quidditch team, the Crimson Flyers, said that is not what they are about. Co-captain Ben Ruling said he wasn't even interested in Harry Potter when he joined.
I thought of Quidditch as like that fantastical, I haven't read the books, I haven't watched the movies, I know nothing of Harry Potter, so I wasn't interested. And I came to a practice and it was full contact. We were throwing bludgers at each other at full speed, and then we were getting tackled, and I was sold ever since.
The Crimson Flyers' other co-captain, Edgar Pedlowski, said that his team doesn't really have anything to do with Harry Potter.
When it first started, it was certainly attached to Harry Potter. You know, the name comes from there and everything, but over the 9 years, it's evolved so far away from that that it's really not a place for people who only enjoy a fantastical aspect from a book.
Quidditch is a full contact sport, and Edgar said that athleticism is a requirement.
I'm in Quidditch because it's a sport, and if you want to come onto my team, you need to be an athlete, because people who aren't athletes don't survive here.
The Crimson Flyers placed in the top 30 at the World Cup last year and are looking to improve their standing this year.
So we're taking the team more towards less like get together and hang out and maybe play some Quidditch into a sport.
Quidditch is an active way for students to get involved on campus, and Edgar says that although the sport is not highly associated with Harry Potter, it's still relevant to the community and students.
It's not relevant in terms of Harry Potter because it's not Harry Potter. It's relevant because for anyone that's an undergraduate student that's, between the ages of 18 to 30, 35, any young adult that's looking for a great growing sport in a fantastic community, fantastic opportunities to travel across the country and play something that, hasn't really been played ever before, that's the relevant opportunity.
Now, the Quidditch team's next tournament will be this weekend in Austin, Texas, in what they claim to be is the fiercest tournament of the year. And if you'd like to stay updated on that, check out their Facebook page, www.facebook.com/Utah Quidditch. Reporting live in studio, I'm Brooke Bateman.
Thanks, Brooke. If you want to show your support for the Crimson Flyers, check out the link in our YouTube channel to grab some Quidditch gear.
This past Saturday, Ricycle Stadium held one of the biggest games since our join into the Pac-12, when our Utes defeated the USC Trojans. Talon Chappell has our sports recap. Talon?
Thanks, Ashley. A record 47,000 black-clad Utah faithful packed Ricycle Stadium Saturday night to watch the Utes do battle with what were previously the 20th-ranked USC Trojans in a Pac-12 South Division battle. Now, fans were treated to a far different game than they had grown accustomed to seeing from the Utes in recent weeks, with the power game of Devontae Booker taking a backseat to the passing game of Travis Wilson, who had a breakout performance compared to his recent outings, recording 194 yards on 18 completions, including the game-winning touchdown with just seconds left on the game clock. Now, the game also featured a lot of mistakes by both teams, including 4 total turnovers, 2 of which were Utah fumbles, and both of those were at the USC 1-yard line. Despite the mistakes, the Utes were able to snatch a victory away from the Trojans and keep alive their hopes at reaching the Pac-12 title game. The last time the Utes were able to beat USC in the regular season, the Salt Lake Tribune looked something like this. That was way back in 1915, but this year's Utah team was out to prove they could take down the Trojans after losing the first 3 contests between the two teams since joining the Pac-12 back in 2011. The Utes kept their final drive alive. Thanks to some hard-nosed running by Booker, the Utes kept their final drive alive with less than 2 minutes remaining in the game. Then it was Wilson's time to shine. After completing 4 passes and rushing 18 yards down to the USC goal line, Wilson threw the go-ahead touchdown to receiver Kalen Clay with just 8 seconds remaining. Kicker Andy Phillips knocked in the extra point to make the score 24-21 Utah. Then on the final play of the game, with USC needing a desperation heave to the end zone, Trojan quarterback Cody Kessler was sacked by defensive end Nate Orchard to preserve the win for the Utes. The victory bumped the Utes one spot up from 19 to 18 in the AP poll, keeping up with fellow Pac-12 members Oregon, Arizona, Arizona State, and UCLA, who were ranked 5th, 14th, 15th, and 25th accordingly. The Utes came in at number 17 Tuesday in college football's first ever playoff ranking and will take on the playoff's 14th ranked team in Arizona State this weekend in Tempe.
You can catch the game this weekend at 9 p.m. on Fox Sports 1. After the break, we're starting Halloween early with a special look inside a very spooky hallway. Stay tuned.
Every year, UPC hosts a special Halloween Crimson Night with an entire hallway devoted to scaring every ghost and ghoul in attendance. Lorna Balfour has an exclusive look.
In an exclusive, I went behind the scenes to find out what it takes to plan Crimson Night's haunted hallway. I spoke to the members of First Year Council to find out the effort that went into planning such an event.
So it just takes a lot of creativity, especially this year, because in years past it's always taken place in the basement of the Union. That's just inherently a scary place to be. This year we can't do it there. This year it's going to be in the 3rd floor of the Union, which is just a random hallway that's not creepy at all. So it just takes a lot of creativity on the part of our FYCers, and they've been sort of doing the research. Some have gone to haunted hallways together so they can get some inspiration, but just takes some creativity, some perseverance, and some desire to have fun, I guess, because in the end we're just having a bunch of fun.
As Group 1, we're faced with kind of a challenge to not only set the bar for the haunted hallways of the future, but at the same time, gotta utilize all sorts of different elements now, like stairs and like all sorts of bends and hallways and all that stuff.
In the end, the FYC committee members believe that events like Crimson Nights and other University of Utah activities are all really just ways to bring students together and get them involved.
I would tell people that they should definitely come to campus activities and events because it's a great way to meet people, and usually there's like a lot of free stuff and there's a lot of it's just like a great way to like get out there and to be like actually like get that college experience and see like new things and new people.
Go. I mean, what else are you going to be doing from 9 to 2 in the morning? Sleeping? Come on. There's so many other things you could be doing, and we all know that this is probably one of the best things that you could do.
Now that you've seen what goes into putting on University of Utah events, you can go to our Facebook page to find out more about other ASUU events that you might like to attend. I'm Lorna Balfour, reporting for Newsbreak. If you're interested in helping out with events like the Haunted Hallway and Crimson Nights, visit the Union Programming Council Facebook page for more information. Halloween is right around the corner, and we have a makeup artist in the studio to show you how to create your next costume.
I'm here with makeup artist Alex Vigil.
Your costume doesn't have to be elaborate to make a statement. With the right tools and the right makeup, you can create a unique and impressive costume just in time for Halloween.
I'm here with makeup artist Alex Vigil, who is here to share one of her favorite Halloween looks, the glamorous glittery deer. Okay, so walk us through what you've already done so far.
What we've done is we've contoured her face a little bit more strongly with just basic eyeshadows. We made sure that we got her forehead all the way down to give her a more prominent forehead. And we have done her eyes. We put little eyelashes and a more doe-eyed effect. And if you also want to create a more doe-eyed effect every day, what you'll do is you'll build up in the center and create a more rounded look.
Okay, and what palette are you using for this?
The Marc Jacobs Lolita palette.
Okay.
What I'm going to be doing next is I'm going to be taking a highlighter and I'm going to be running it down the bridge of her nose. This is going to give her a more prominent, wide nose, like you'd see on a doe or a stag, technically, because she has antlers.
Okay. How long do they have?
And then you'll also want to take it just in between the eyebrows.
I'm done moving camera 3.
Perfect. Okay. Then you'll move on.
So cute.
Thank you. Then you'll move on to your shadows, and you just go across the bridge of the nose and into that corner of the eye and attach it to your eyebrows. This will space out your eyes so that you have a more doe-eyed effect once again, because that's the look we're going for. Obviously do the other side as well. Make sure you blend out nicely. And then finish off with a cute little black nose.
I love that all of these products are things that we just have on hand.
Definitely. I mean, how many times have you rushed to get a look done and you're like, I'm just going to draw some whiskers and I'm going to be a cat?
Yeah.
You can get a little bit more creative, and this is not the only look that you can do with what you have at home. You can actually create really gory looks with like tissue and lipstick.
Cute.
I actually have a tutorial on my blog if you wanted to check it out.
So how long from start to finish do you think that this look takes to finish?
Probably about 10 minutes.
Wow. So this is really something that last minute you're just
last minute you
put
just
something
throw
together
it on, but you can't forget your antlers.
Top it off. How cute. That's such a darling look. Okay, so tell us where viewers can find that tutorial you were talking about.
www.bukibeauty.com.
Perfect. Well, thanks so much for coming in for us today.
Thank you.
All right, that's all for us. Thanks for tuning in to Newsbreak. I'm Ashley Boren.
And I'm Lorna Balfour. Thanks for watching.
It's really so cute. Was that okay? I'm sorry, I didn't remember what was next.